Hey, what's up everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to introduce you guys to my latest 1:1 scale car project. This is a 2010 Volvo S80 V8 Executive, and it's in pearl white, which is code 453 if you're curious, and we will check it out. This one has 120,000 miles on it. Pretty good shape. For being almost 10 years old, it's pretty amazing, all the technology, and I love the smell. The leather just wafted out right in my face just now. Got some plush mats. I knew the two owners who had the car before, so it's been well documented. So that's kind of a good thing. And this, like I said, will be a project car. Just did a review of the Becker Performance exhaust system. The only options this does not have, it does not have the rear refrigerator. And it does not have, which I'm not sure if they offered or not, does not have the radio controls for rear passengers, which would have been down at the bottom of that center console. But it does have rear heated seats. The front seats are both heated and cooled and massaging, which I didn't know when I bought the car. I discovered the one morning that you could get a massage firm or gentle, which is pretty awesome. Those buttons are right here. This does have the Bliss system, which is a blind information system, blind spot basically. They called it Bliss at the time. And then with that, the sensors are underneath the mirrors. A lot of people think they're cameras. They're not really cameras. It's I guess like a proximity sensor or sonar of some type. This does have the parking sensors, and it has the adaptive cruise control, which is wild. I was trying to figure that out. And it has the active headlamps, which they call them bending light lamps or something like that, and they do go around corners, which is really useful. This car being executive, it has the wood rim steering wheel, real wood veneer over there where the analog clock is on that towards the passenger side. You have the shift knob is a little different, as the wood grain on the side. Has a leather center console lid, perforated leather seats. Door panels are also finished partially in leather. The whole car is really smells good when you open it up. It's pretty amazing. The amount of smell that comes out of it, and it does feature that, I think they call it the waterfall console. You can put a pair of sunglasses or something kind of like down there. And this one there actually are Volvo mats. They're marked Volvo. They're real plush, the mats. I had never seen them, and I can't find anything like it online anywhere. But the first owner of the car owned our local Volvo dealership here where I live. So I'm sure he could get whatever he wanted for the car. And the second owner was a CEO, or a CFO, I should say, of a large healthcare chain here in our area. So both owners were meticulous about everything with the car. So it's kind of nice having all the records. Like I said, it's a interesting color. I'm not much for pearl white myself. Grew up liking Porsche 930 slant noses in pearl white, and then I kind of just grew out of it. I didn't really, I don't know, I'm not real big fan of pearl white. But so there's the transverse Yamaha V8, which is a 32 valve, I believe, pretty sure, 32 valve V8, 4 cams. It's like 315 horsepower, and I believe like 300 foot-pounds of torque, or 325, I think, foot-pounds of torque. So pretty interesting motor. Have some things up my sleeve and I want to do with the airbox there to try to, just as an experiment. I'm not going to ruin anything with the car. I'm going to keep all the stock components, but it's got there was a huge resonator thing here coming out, and there's also a resonator or a baffle box here. All kinds of things to quiet down the air intake. So I'm gonna try some different things. If it doesn't work out, no big deal, we'll go back to the stock air box. It's got a couple scratches on it that I want to fix. Mainly there's one here at the door. It's pretty noticeable there by the door handle. Rained overnight, so the brake rotors unfortunately got that coating of rust now. I want to redo all the brake calipers. This, I believe this is the 13.3 inch rotors on the front, so they're pretty large. I know it stops really well. This has the 18 inch Polaris. I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, but the wheel style, Volvo Ops, they offered so many different wheel choices. It was pretty insane. It's really no reason to go to aftermarket wheels. You can flip-flop to the XC90 wheels, or there's so many different wheels you can put on these, up to from the 17 inches one up to 20 inch wheels. Now with this having the larger brakes and larger front brake calipers, this might have to be 18 inches or larger for the wheel choice. This particular tire is a 40 series Goodyear, made in Chile, it says. I forget what size they are, but I know a lot of people online say about going to the 45 series tire, you get a little bit better ride. What are they, 245 4018s, front and back. I definitely want to get some wheel spacers, because the distance is really odd on the back here, how far the wheels are inset. The wheels are all 55 millimeters, I think, they offset, I guess, on them, if anyone's curious about that. The dealership did put all new brand new rotors on front and back for me, which I looked those up and they're like 550 bucks or something crazy for my cost for the factory Volvo rotors. I did order new reproduction inlay stickers here. There should be blue inside there. I guess it's all either sun faded or came off with pressure washers. This does have a feature LED tail lamps, which was stock. And there's the stock dual exhaust. That was kind of a bronze finish, kind of goofy, I guess, just from age, from the heat and everything. So I did polish those out by hand with mag wheel polish, and it came out looking nice and lasted. That was a couple weeks ago when I bought the car. Definitely needs a wash, as you can see, but it hides, that pearl white hides the dirt really, really well. And I had a couple other people tell me that. They said, you're gonna like the white, because I'm used to having darker vehicles. The back here is, have my school books thrown in the back right now, but you can divide it. It has the ski hole there at the back of the seat. It's got a lot of features, really thought out. This panel here, I can probably lift it up here. When this comes up, you can put grocery bags behind there so they don't slide all over. Pretty cool. Everything's lined in carpet. This car is still listed, I believe, as one of the top 10 safest vehicles that was ever made. So it's got the chrome executive package there, which I'm not real crazy about all the chrome trim on it. Might address that with some brushed aluminum vinyl wrap on some of the chrome here, and I'm gonna I have the brushed aluminum vinyl coming in the mail that I'm gonna try to wrap those mirror caps. Overall, it's a nice car. I like it so far, and hopefully you guys will stick around as I try to make the appearance a little bit more, less grandpa looking and a little more me. And welcome to the land of $5,000 vehicles. And out back, my 99 F-150. I was getting ready to do project videos on that, and the internal slave cylinder went out on it. I had new bumpers ordered and new patch panels, and I'm just thinking about doing a video of that. So I started last weekend trying to cut off the left side downpipe, and I had 6 hours into that and kind of ran out of time, but I have new patch panels and everything for it, and it's a great truck. Never gave me any issues. Still has the original starter on it, 156,000 miles. It never, I think it went through one alternator recently and just batteries, and that was it. I mean, it's never given me any grief. It's a great vehicle. But unfortunately, like I said, there's our old green Volvos in the back. That died recently, the transmission. So the V70 wagon's just sitting. I have an 80 Scirocco there, it needs finished. So, the land of $5,000 vehicles. There's my ode to, I love the Mad Max movies. That was my ode to the Mad Max 1 movie. So I hope you guys like that, and I will do a more extensive video on all the features of this car because it is kind of unusual. You just don't see many around. I have started noticing more now that I own the car, which is kind of, you know, that's the way things go. When my wife bought her 2015 Jetta here, you start noticing how many there actually are. But this car having the V8's a little bit more rare than her Jetta diesel. There's Chester. Hi, Chester. What you see, Chester? You looking for squirrels? You are. Where's the squirrels at? Where's those squirrels? You go get the squirrels. All right. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye now.